Honestly, that was way too fast to be a Rotary. Welcome to SevenStock, guys. So this is, everybody's doing the raffle right now. I was talking to people and I didn't get any raffle tickets. Put the sun on my Hawaiian shirt here. And we're going to walk around and look at some of these cars and check this stuff out. So it's been a rad morning meeting all you guys. Super pumped, and there's a ton of rad vehicles here. So walking down first gen row, Spark Yellow, 79 probably.
Yes, Wayne. That's why
got the FD. Got the 4-rotor FD. We'll go down here later. RX2. Rotary trucks.
All right, 96210.
It's crazy. We always thought we had the market cornered on Rotary trucks in Tennessee, but one. That one's really nice. Another really nice one. Another really nice one. There's a bunch of them out here.
Anybody?
And it's like all variations, you know, like this guy got the bumper pushers, all stock, thermal reactor. Like, this is rad. Even with the like original dust and everything. Go from that to then this RX2. REW swap, yep. REW swap looks like, or at least a manifold with an REW upper. Turbo, love the macro lines. Just rad. Datsun, Rotary trucks. Datsun, Mazda 323 back there. Sick RX2. I think that's Abel Ibarra's car. That RX2 right there, I think. Hell yeah. All the orange paint. Oh man. FD, another Rotary DNA garage. That didn't sound like a Rotary, but that was more old school Rotary pace right there. That lime green first gen that's like all motor, or I say first gen, LOL. The lime green RX3, the all motor RX3 is here. It's really loud, by the way. Datsun 510 wagon.
All right, here we go.
Little 12A with a Weber. Rad. Also love this RX3. So I'm going to challenge you guys in the video. Throughout this section of the video, we're just going to go look at cars. You got to drop in the comments your favorite one. I always tell all my friends at car shows you have to pick a car to take home with you that like isn't yours. So we're going to do the same thing here. I'll tell you mine at the end. Check this thing out. I saw it earlier. Right-hand drive. Another RX2, RX3 wagon, pointy nose. That's more my speed for an RX2. Give me something beat up. And cut some donuts at the ranch. Rotary truck, Rotary truck. So this is one car that, you know, like Reach Out. I talked to the guy earlier, I believe his name is Mark, who built this car, but this is a turbo RX8. I think it has a 62, 66 on it. I don't think this is a Greddy kit. I think it's like a RX8 performance kit. But super rad to see boosted RX8s out here ribbing, you know? Managing expectations of horsepower, but clean and good to go. Black cherry metallic, second best RX8 color to, well no, Nordic green, best RX8 color. Same thing, this one's turbo. And I thought that one was there, but there's another turbo one here too. For sale, I need your wing. Know that guy from Mexico? Oh. It wouldn't be a Rotary me without a tow truck, right?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, there's two of them. That's funny. That's so funny. Yellow one. Very Indiana with the rust. Okay. Turbo RX8. Math placement. Tiny pipe. All y'all hating on my math placement. This guy obviously drove his car here unless that tow truck's coming to get him. See, I think mine ought to do just fine with where my math is on the yellow car. Or at least it's going to be more drivable than a Bridgeport 12A first gen, which is all that honestly matters. Used to be if that one had a V6. The Chrysler fabrication. Oh, Nordic green car over there. Yellow Touring. Been painted. Yo, how are you? Alright, this red FC is super rad because it has fixed headlights. Is it EFR 9180, 9280? Turbo. Sick. And it's not right-hand drive, that's a big win. Yes, SSMFD. Ford Warner, big turbo FC, another FC, another FC, FC. I guess we're in the FC row now. So let's keep ripping. REW upper, Cosmo RE upper, the little rotary guy. FC getting put on a trailer, normal. Oh, sick. Clean white FC and it's NA. That's a rare. There's be like, that's a rare, but SevenStock or NA FC is kind of rare. A lot of turbos here. Needs to adjust the TPS. It's hunting. So the RX3 SP. Man. Engine sits so far forward in these, like the trans tunnel's like the size of the Colt trans tunnel. So rad. So I always say, I wish, YouTube doesn't have a smell function. That would probably ruin society. But it's fun to smell old barn find cars, That one, definitely OG original. Interior smells healthy. RX2, big and littles. Oh, is it Nordic green? Nordic green RX2. Oh, that might be a top contender. A couple trucks. Audi, Datsun. Some green stuff, another SA. Walk down the line of all the fancy high horsepower cars over here. Interesting. So we got water meth, water to air. I like the fins up there. Dissipate heat. Wonder what this box does. I guess that's where the water meth goes in. Nozzles. Water meth sprayer.
Alright, yellow ticket here for the second one.
Interesting.
962.
Clean RX8. You can tell it's a real race car when it's got a fuel siphon port on it, so they can check the fuel. Sweet red FB. Alright. Oh, this one cruised in with us if you saw it in the video. Look at this. Pandem kit, Clecos on the street. Phone dials. Could run 2 phone dials back here. Blitz Techno Speed Z1s, rad. Sweet wheel. These are the guys, Rotary Rehab out in New Mexico. We're going to check out their shop. Brian Scott Stoppel, super nice dude. Checking everything out. More FCs. The rotary truck down here. Able Mirage drag car. Regular old sideboard 20B. Nice. Rad.
There we go. Got a winner.
So much torque, the chassis twisted off the line. Alright, I'm a nerd. The clock works. That's rad.
Alright, cool though. Premix, we all need it. Clean line, we all need the premix. Let's go, Grayson. Make the people happy, Grayson. Everybody's mad.
Oh, good. You brought the Hawaiian shirt.
Oh yeah, we're on the job right now.
Green. Green. Who's in the green? Okay, we got some RX.
So I need a set of these flares for my car. I like how on the original like Group C flares they recess these bolts versus like some of the more aftermarket cheaper ones like they have like a flat flange so you can like mold in flush. Just a personal preference thing. Brakes, floating rotors. I just love this flare design. This is what'll be on the RADX-7 for sure. Mazda booth, and this is something that's really neat. So, some of the factory R26Bs had 3 plugs, and this one only has 2. So I'm curious why that is, if this one hasn't been like rebuilt or something. It's also interesting to see the intermediate irons are fat on these, so right in here, kind of like a 3-rotor, skinny center fat, and then that one up there's fat as well. Then you'll see in Logan's videos, they actually pull coolant from the center iron, runs through this cooler, and goes back, so the engine, you know, cools from the center to the rear and from the center to the front, which is really neat. But 4-rotor over there. And then you can see where Logan got his inspiration for the slide throttle on Johnny's 4-rotor right here. So this uses a slide throttle as well, but they actuate it with this cable, and it has this lever right here. So, you know, in our case of wanting to change the lever ratio to make ours more drivable, like some setup like this would be really beneficial. But it's just such a large setup, like fitting it under the hood of a street car is going to be a pain in the butt. And there's all their fancy variable intake stuff going on in there. But it's a really rad car. Crazy. Cosmo. This car's so cool. The only left-hand drive Spirit RX8. So I had to interrupt the video here because I just said right there RX8 and pointed to this red RX8. Well, here's the deal. I actually talked to the Mazda Motorsports guys, or at least the last 2 Mazda Motorsports employees that were on the grounds at the end of the night, because I basically shut down SevenStock. We were the last people out. We talked to all the organizers. It was super fun. But anyways, this RX8 is one of 2 RX8s celebrating 20 years, the Le Mans win from 1991. So it's actually a 2011 R3 RX8, but there's only 2 of them ever. That one that you see there has like 300 miles on it basically, and there's one other one somewhere in the world that Mazda has sold, or maybe a dealer has it or somewhere, but the Mazda Motorsports guys don't know where it is. So if you know where there's another RX8 with a factory graphics package celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the 1991 Mazda winning thing, you should let me know, because I would love to have that, and I might, you know, pursue having the rarest RX8 on the planet, because I think RX8s are like the best. They're so awesome. So let's continue on with the rest of the show. This one's got 3-rotor. We were looking at his subframe earlier. So everything is set up. It's an interesting deal. Just seems like this engine sits so far forward, but it looks like it's a stock FD transmission, so it might be just in that spot. Chilling with the 4-rotor.
1253. Courtesy of the
This one's real pretty.
962.
But it's just like sucking in hot air.
One more time here. 962.
Beautiful.
Oh, there we go. All right.
All the chrome. It's very funny. This is the same CYM, and I think it's the only CYM car that's here. He cruised in with us from Phoenix, and it's the first time that his car ever saw rain in its life, which is rowdy. At least that's what I heard. I don't know if that's the exact true statement, but he had to drive his FD in the rain. Nice. Montego Blue, another RX8. Vert FC. like 944 front bumper on that deal. So this is Corbin, Zebra built, Z-rotor. These are the black tie racing players, and they have like a little bit of that recess, but this big flange, you know, compared to the green car, the green and white car over there. I've been trying to convince Corbin to change this design up and make him a little nicer, and then I'll buy a set from him. So it'd be super rad. Corbin's got the rally car out as well. Big Bridgeport 12A, turbo 350. One of the cool things about Corbin, he's not going to mind if I open his door, is that he got in a car wreck and is paralyzed. So he actually hand controls, drives the rally car, which is super cool. So I've known him for a while. Finally met him in person this weekend, which is rad. And turbo 350 Chevy Trans, so it's automatic, and then the Bridgeport, and all on the hand controls and stuff here, which is just super neat. Super neat to see. Adapt, still have fun. And the nice yellow RX8, RX7s, Miata, red FD. So you guys got a favorite? Did you pick a favorite? We're gonna walk up to another favorite car that I've got. Just kind of walk past, but how about these NT03s on this SSM? Alright, so hopefully you guys got your favorite in the below. I'm going to cut back to it in the video. Did you guys drop in the comments below your favorite from the car show? I'm sure some of you guys were there. I know there's some cars that I didn't show in the video, but walking around, my favorite of the show, can you guess it? It's the second best RX-8 color, the black Cherry Mica Turbo RX-8. Ultimately, in my car show walk-around video, I didn't get to see this car up in detail aside from just the outside. But I had talked to Greg, who had a part in either building it or knew the guy who owned it, and then after the show, you know, SevenStock after dark, we're hanging out with all the organizers and stuff, getting ready to load out. The guy who owned the car was there, so I got like a private little in-depth tour of the car, and it's one of the cleanest low-mount turbo kit RX-8s out there. I was super pumped to be able to see it. It was just a beautiful machine, and honestly, that's what I would pick, because I just love RX-8s. I think they're super underrated, and at this show, like, there was every single thing was super nice, from first gens to RX2s to trucks to RX7s to FD RX7s to all the Mazda Motorsport stuff. Like, it would be too stereotypical Rotary YouTube guy to be like, my favorite car from the show was the 767B, because like, I don't know. It's cool. The 76B is probably the baddest car there, but if I were to pick one to take home, which is the question I asked, pick one to take home and enjoy, man, I would have a lot of fun in a street car turbo RX-8, more so than like trying to drive a 767B anywhere but like a racetrack for 10 minutes a year. The other crazy thing about this car show is that they give out awards, and as much as I never build a car to impress anybody else, I generally just build the car that I want at the taste and at the level of attention to detail that I want. Somebody else thought that the RADX-7 was cool, so I got runner-up for first gen, which is crazy because there were cars there that were, in my opinion, much nicer than my own, and I feel like, you know, I'm stoked to have this to be able to put in my display cabinet, because it's one of those things, like, SevenStock's so far away for me to be able to get out there all the time, but to just have something to remember it by, and know that you guys just, somebody else out there appreciates the attention to detail that I put into my car. And I know Charles, who used to own this car, will be stoked that it won an award at SevenStock, which is a pretty rad transformation if you think about, like, 4 years ago, this car was basically sitting around in a backyard just kind of waiting to get touched. But I can't thank the SevenStock organizers enough. At these events, guys, I really enjoy walking around and talking to you guys, the viewers, the other guys at the show. Like, you probably won't find me standing around my car that much because, well, I built my car and I know everything about it, and I want to find ways I can improve my own car, which means I'm going to go talk to you guys who have changed or built your cars completely different from mine. And ultimately, I can't thank you guys enough for not only inspiring me to keep making my cars nice and pushing them faster and making them a better, you know, representation of the performance that I want out of them, but also just for sharing so much information about your guys' cars at the show and how you built stuff, and also just how the channel has helped you guys. Like, the one thing that I really want to try to inspire is that people shouldn't be afraid of rotary engines, and you can work on these yourself with just a little bit of knowledge. Go to school a little bit, watch some Rad Potential YouTube, watch some Rob Dom stuff, check out Kyle Mohan's channel. Like, there's a lot of information out there to help you guys fix your cars, and hearing some of the stories about, hey, you know, I rebuilt my engine just from your videos and it's here, it's running. that just really warms my heart. So I'm stoked. I hope you guys enjoyed the SevenStock as an event content. Like I said, I'm not going to walk around trying to shove a camera in everybody's face. I really want to enjoy my time at the event just like you guys do. And I can't thank, you know, Bernie, Greg, George, Andy, all the SevenStock promoters, organizers, the guys who get this show going, the Mazda Motorsports guys for bringing out the cars that inspired, you know, me and us to love and drive RX-7s and ultimately put on just such a great Rotary event to bring us all together. So let's continue on with the weekend, guys. I have a whole bunch more planned for this video, and we're taking the RADX-7 to somewhere special, and I'm excited to see this place. Woo! What a day at SevenStock yesterday. So rad to meet so many fans, so rad to hear all the stories and check out all your guys' cars, more so than talking to you guys about my cars, which you see on the internet and get to see and know really every reason why it's built the way it is. I just love seeing your guys' cars and your guys' stories. It's so cool. So we definitely walked around, check out some favorites, and right now I am headed to Mirage Dry Lake. So there's no official event, no official anything going on up here as far as top speed stuff, but Mirage is a public like off-road vehicle recreation area, so I should be able to get up here and at least pedal my bicycle around. I don't know my top speed on the bicycle, so you might find that out in this video, but I want to just kind of scope it out. I haven't spent any time out here at like any place that's like Bonneville, Mirage, or any other really top speed, you know, proving ground area. Mirage has a ton of history with like Hot Rod Magazine and drag racing and all of that stuff. So just kind of excited to, you know, get the vibe of the place, as I guess interesting as me saying get the vibe of the place sounds in my head, but I just want to feel it. I want to see what it feels like, look at it. It's like 4 or 5 miles of straight just dry lake bed, so we're gonna check that out. Also, there's some big old hills coming up out of California, but the Caddy Max has got this on lock. So I've arrived at Mirage Dry Lake Bed, and this it's honestly smaller than I thought it would be, considering you can see all the way across it. But this is one of the things that we'll stay up on this hill for a second, that's pretty deceptive about like the desert. At least some of you guys will be like, yeah, you can see really far. So I would bet like those mountains way over there are probably like 60 miles away. That's probably like 30 miles away, maybe probably 30 miles away, maybe 20. So because I think the lake itself, like all the way to the like SCCA timing building, which is way over there, I think it's probably like 7 or 8 miles. So we're gonna drive down here and unload the car and drive around and see if we like get our RX-7 stuck on a dry lake off-road area versus like just drive around in dirt on a nice street car. So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance to the RADX-7 for getting it all dirty, or at least apologize to my future self for getting the car all dirty that I'm gonna have to clean. Alright guys, I can tell you this is gonna be a little bit harder on the car than I anticipated, just because of how it's like, I don't know, it's not really dirt, it's kind of like loose dirt and sand. So the goal is to not sand the paint off the bottom of my car with all the dirt that's going to get sprayed up, just saving Calvin some trouble. Not that I would really get that terribly mad at it, but like, we're just not here to set a record, so we don't need to ruin the paint, you know. But RADX-7 is looking prime out here in the sun, ready to fill it full of dust. It's all clean from SevenStock, or at least as clean as it was for SevenStock. Like, we won an award, guys. We got runner-up for first gen, which is cool. It's not really building show cars. I don't really like care to try to impress people with how showy and nice my car is. It's like we build race cars, and sometimes race cars are show cars. So super appreciative of that. After the recap of SevenStock earlier, you already know that, but pretty pumped to get out here to just be here. I want to drive all the way down there to where the Timing Association building is, and then kind of see if I can see where the racetrack's at. So that's what we'll check out in this video. But really wanted to be up here to get some footage and just feel it out for all the top speed stuff. So there's definitely more to come from here in a future video. So get excited for that. But we're gonna go not do donuts and not tear up the lake bed. See, this is the other thing that's weird. There's like that's straight up sand. It also feels funny. It's like get some Hot Wheels cars and have a little dunes like diorama right here with these big trees and whatnot, make you feel like you're at Glamis or something. But let's go check it out. Looks like the torn up windstock is showing no wind. Well, I'm definitely not in the middle, but dang, it's just sick. What's crazy is like, it doesn't really feel hard, like it doesn't really feel soft, but when I like jump on it, I don't know, it's not a trampoline. Like if we call a trampoline 100% springy, this doesn't feel, you know, 10% springy, but it doesn't feel 0% springy, if that makes sense. Like, it definitely feels like there's soft underneath this, but the car isn't gonna push completely through it. I can't exactly say we're halfway though to the buildings over there from the truck, but that little silver Dodge is a terrible camera for seeing anything very far. Right above my hand, that's the truck way over there. And this is the car, still life-size because we're on the moon, so it's way over there and way over there. Just finished up down at Kyle Mohan's shop, got a tour of Mazda Tricks, checking everything out, met Dave, the man, the myth, the legend behind all such crazy Rotary SCCA cars. And I saw this Camaro and I was like, man, I'm just gonna film a little clip right here, because out here I've been mobbing around LA in the giant dually, you know, semi-rig basically, and all I see is nothing but crazy cool cars, and they're like clean. Like that Camaro had definitely been painted, it's not an original color. But I saw like a 70 Camaro earlier and all sorts of cool stuff driving around. So mad props to everybody out here for, you know, cars are built to be driven, guys. Get out and drive your cars. To be slow down for traffic again, which is pretty normal for me. We're going like 58 miles up towards the north side of town, or at least northeast side of town, because tomorrow we're meeting up with another super special Rotary YouTuber, and I'm super excited that, well, I'm actually kind of just on the radar that I get to be able to meet people like this. So huge thanks to Kyle and the Mazda Tricks crew for their time today. And most likely this video is going to end whenever we get to a stopping point and I can go to sleep in my trailer without worrying about cars getting stolen or me getting aggravated of random things happening outside the trailer. Sounds good. But for now, look at the back of this real sick first-gen Camaro and a Challenger and a Subaru hatchback thing. So with that, it's the end of the video, guys. I've reached a stopping point on my trip here where I can safely park the trailer with the cars inside of it and take a nap for the night. So thank you guys so much for watching the videos, for subscribing to the channel, the Patreons, everybody who makes all of this stuff possible, and especially just for contributing to making the car community, the Rotary community, a great thing to be a part of. I can't tell you how thankful I am for all the interactions, in addition to just how thankful I am of, you know, you guys seeing the stuff you get to see on the YouTube channel, and that you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoy building it and filming it. So one of the biggest compliments I got of the whole weekend is just everybody who walks past the 4-rotor FD in the sea of other FDs, and they walk right past it and then they don't realize it's a 4-rotor. Like, that's the best part to me. The goal of this car was trying to keep it unassuming, and I think honestly that's the goal for me, just as a person, YouTube content creator, and in life, is just to always be relatable and accessible and easy to talk to from your guys' perspective, especially in person, and provide content that you guys enjoy watching and learn stuff about your cars, or just learn how to create stuff from. So with that, live a life you don't need a vacation from. I'm going to take another nap in my trailer, and I will see you guys in the next one. Keep it rad. So that's my mattress. This is my desk where I edited this video. You can hear all the trucks and my generator, which is chained and locked to the back of my truck so no one can walk off with it. And I'm just in here keeping the car's company, you know? I really just don't trust people to park my truck and trailer somewhere and like sleep in a hotel. It's like I kind of just need to be like, as long as I'm right here, it will all be good. It will all be good. Because back in, you know, Indiana and Nashville, it's a little bit less hectic than it is out here in California. So, and I didn't show all of the stuff I did at El Mirage in this video because I want to upload a separate video as we get closer to the top speed stuff. But the RADX-7 is completely trash. It is so dirty. If I brought it to SevenStock like this, it definitely wouldn't have won an award. Maybe it would have, because you know the SevenStock guys are so rad, and how they pick car show stuff isn't just a list of numbers and how nice your car is. And I truly appreciate their passion for this stuff. So, peace, guys. Keep it rad.